New Zealand's long-fin eels are the largest freshwater eels in the world. Females grow much larger than males. Why? Freshwater ecologist Dr. John Jellyman is convinced the secret is their incredible life history. Eels first evolved in the western Pacific Ocean, near present-day Indonesia, and soon spread around the world. When they first reached New Zealand around 20 million years ago, it had already broken away from Gondwana and was isolated deep in the South Pacific. The only other fish in the rivers were small and harmless. These are banded kakapo, a member of an ancient group called galaxids that first evolved on Gondwana and drifted off with New Zealand when it broke away. They're so primitive, they don't even have scales, just smooth, mucus-covered skin. There are dozens of species in New Zealand, and they form a major part of the long-finned eel's diet. With no predators or competition and plenty of small fish to eat, the eels thrived.
And in New Zealand, they've done particularly well because the other species of native fish are really quite small and often quite uncommon. So it was kind of a wonderful opportunity for eels to arrive and to kind of take over the environments. And so they're found throughout New Zealand, right from lowland swamps and estuaries, right through to our high country lakes.
But there's a catch to living in eel paradise. These eels must make a mysterious and epic voyage back into the tropical ocean to reproduce. They don't let anything get in their way. And they will even travel over land for short distances if they have to.
All freshwater eels are basically a marine species that have invaded freshwater. Now, the significance of that is that they all still spawn in the tropics. So they're marine spawners, and because they originated in the tropics, they go back to the tropics. It means a very long journey, maybe 3,500, 4,000 kilometres, depending where you start from in New Zealand.
The exact location of the long-fin eel's spawning ground is one of the great mysteries of New Zealand natural history. No one has ever seen it, but Don and his colleagues are getting closer and closer to tracking it down by attaching satellite tags to migrating females. They leave the coast of New Zealand and all head in the same direction, northwest, towards the tropical ocean surrounding the Pacific Islands.
And it turns out that our most successful tags, the ones that stayed on the longest, were over towards New Caledonia, between New Caledonia and Fiji. We think that's probably where they spawn.
When they reach their secret spawning ground, males and females mass together and release their eggs and sperm into the water. Then, after possibly spending 100 years building up to this one moment, they die.